All right, this is episode 3 of Who Farted. I'm Doc, and I'm joined by.
Next, the Maxilorian.
What's going on with you? Anything happened between the last time we recorded and now? Probably not, but
Not too much. Just hanging out, staying up way too late, streaming with my homies.
yeah.
Homies. Streaming with my friends. Getting down on some. They got me into this game called Splitgate. I don't know.
Splitgate?
Yeah, I don't know if you've heard of it.
No, I haven't.
Yeah, have you heard of Portal by chance?
Yeah.
So it's you shoot portals, but it's also like a first person shooter, and it's almost exactly like fucking Halo. So there's like the old guns, like the assault rifle, the battle rifle. That's just like exactly a copy from Halo.
Hmm.
So I get in it, and I'm just shooting portals, and I'm just hitting people in the face with the old battle rifle that I used to use as a freaking high school kid.
Yeah.
And it feels great. I mean, right now there's a new Halo, but and I'm pretty sure they have the same guns, but I'm just not playing that one.
Okay.
But like they introduced me to that just the other day, and I was fucking kicking ass, and it's been fun. So I've been playing that the last few days. That's about it though. What about
That's
you?
cool. Well, my daughter just turned 16,
Oh,
so we went out to eat. We went to the Black Bear Diner.
nice.
Yeah, you ever been there?
Yeah, I actually have.
Okay. Yeah, we went there and I'm trying I'm trying to like cut down on my carbs, cut down on bad foods, right? But when I go out to eat, it's hard. I still want to end up splurging a little bit. So I decided, you know what? I'll compromise. I'll get a salad. And I got one that was called like a cheeseburger salad.
Okay.
This is basically a cheeseburger without the bun. They chop up the patty, they put the cheese on it, they put the onions on it, they put, tomatoes and pickles and all this stuff, right?
Yeah.
And this fucking thing was huge. I'm like, this is not for one person. I got 3 meals out of it.
Nice.
Yeah, so I'm like, okay, it was worth it.
Yeah.
But yeah, we had that. It's been a while since we've been there. And then I remember how I told you that we were trying to buy a house.
Yeah.
We're trying to buy my parents' house that
Uh-huh.
we're living in, and we decided that we're not going to at this time. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, but we're gonna work on other adulting type things, and then maybe buy it down the road. But right now, nah, we're good.
Yeah.
We'll just keep paying them rent and whatever,
Okay.
boring adult stuff. But other than that, nothing else has been happening. And I haven't played any games. I haven't really watched any movies. I take that back. I did watch Pi. Have you ever seen that movie or heard of it? Probably
No.
not. No. It's it's about this guy. He's a mathematician. He ends up he has his computer he's trying to figure out the stock market. He's trying to figure out the pattern in the stock market. And he thinks that like pi is related to it, and he thinks that there's an up and a down, and he's trying to get his computer to figure out this pattern. And he he can't figure it out. Like his computer goes haywire because he gets ants in the computer. But there's like this, they never say who it is, but there's this like company that's trying to get him to work for them. But I think it's actually like some kind of secret government agency or whatever,
Mhm.
that is basically, they know he's working on trying to figure out the stock market. In the meantime, there is some Hasidic Jews that they deal with. I can't remember the term, but they believe that there's hidden messages in the Hebrew Bible, because each letter has like a number to it. So they believe that there's these hidden messages in them within the numbers. So they're after him, trying to figure out the name of God. And then the other company or government agency is after him, trying to figure out the stock market. He's going crazy. And it's just yeah, it's a pretty. There's some
Jesus.
cheesy, yeah, there's some cheesy parts in it, but it was a pretty good movie.
That's
And
cool.
yeah, it was all done in black and white.
Oh.
It came out in the late 90s, I believe,
Uh,
like right before 2000 or right around 2000, somewhere around that time. And I liked it. I liked it when I first saw it, back when it first came out on DVD. And it was, yeah, I enjoyed it. I told somebody about it, and I was like, you know what? I haven't seen this movie in a long time. I'm gonna check it out. So I watched it again, and it was pretty good. I liked it, and yeah, it's done by the guy. Have you ever seen Requiem for a Dream?
I think so. I know that name.
Yeah,
I,
it has that one has Jared Leto in it, and it
yes, yes,
has yeah,
yes.
they're like
That
all
movie is so trippy. Actually, fuck, dude.
yeah, they're all strung out on drugs and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, Marlon Wayans is in it,
Wait,
which
is that the one where there's like he lives three lives, or is that something else?
I think that's something else. I
Oh
don't
shit.
fucking know because I saw Requiem. I
I
saw it
know
one
it.
time.
I know it though. I know it.
Okay. It was too intense. I'm like, I'm not gonna watch this again. It just wasn't my thing. I don't, I've never been like into drugs. So nor did I know anybody that was heavily into drugs. So it didn't really resonate with me.
Wait, what kind of
So
drugs?
oh man, I don't know. I don't even remember what the hell they were doing. I'm sure they were shooting up shit, smoking shit, and sucking dicks. So I don't know what was going on with that movie, but it's been a long time since I saw that one, and I only watched it because I knew it was the same guy that did Pie. I'd already seen Pie, and then so I was like, oh, cool, it's this new movie. I'll check this out. So
I feel like,
that's about it. Are you looking it up?
yeah, I know I've seen the name and the cover before, but I feel like I watched a different movie with Jared Leto, and that's what I'm thinking it was. So that's my bad.
Okay, well, that's
But
all right.
because I'm looking at the photos and I don't recognize the photos, I know the name though.
Okay.
Well, okay, but go on. Sorry,
Oh no, that's it, man. I'm done.
but
That's the only
not
thing that's been going on. So
that movie sounded dope though, Pie. But yeah,
oh, I know it's a sad movie. It's like a movie that's all fucked up, like Train Spotting. Have you ever seen Train Spotting?
no.
You know what? It's not about trains. I'm not into trains, but the first time I saw it, I'm like, there's no trains in this movie. I really thought it was going to be about trains. I'm an idiot. That's because I was sheltered as a kid. I had no idea what the fuck they were talking about. I didn't know it was like about like heroin and shit. So, and that movie was a trip too. When the baby was up on the ceiling, there's a part where a baby's up on the ceiling. A guy's like tripping balls, and he sees like yeah, whatever. That was
Requiem for a Dream?
no, in
Or
Train Spotting.
oh, I'm sorry. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
I,
In Requiem for a
you said
Dream,
trippy again, and I thought the drug movie.
yeah.
But
Well,
okay.
Train Spotting was a drug movie too, but
Oh,
yeah, but yeah,
oh,
it had Obi-Wan Kenobi in it, man. In
okay.
Train Spotting, what's his name? I forgot his name from the prequels.
Oh, he's getting a movie. Ewan McGregor.
Yeah, Ewan McGregor. That's right. Yeah, he was in that movie. That's the first movie I ever saw him in. That's about it.
Oh, it was Mr. Nobody.
Mr. Nobody. Oh, that's the one that
Yeah,
you saw.
yeah.
Yeah, I always saw that one on Netflix, and I always thought about watching it, and then I never did. Was it any good?
Mm,
Okay,
uh,
so no, it wasn't.
I feel like I don't know why I feel like I watched Requiem for a Dream. I must have, and I just repressed it or something.
Yeah.
But it was okay. It was just because I remember who I watched it with now. It was just a movie like he's the last mortal because everyone he's in like a future where everyone lives forever. So
Okay.
he's the last person that could die. So he's being interviewed and he tells the person like three life stories pretty much. And it all just like goes back to like where he is or where he is like right now, how he like what he's doing or whatever. Which he's just like almost dead in like retirement home pretty much. But like I don't know, it was weird in the way that it's just like I don't really remember, but it just felt like it didn't add up. All the stories were his childhood and three different girls, so that's why it's like kind of dumb. I didn't really care. Now I remember about it. I really don't like that movie.
Mr. Nobody. Yeah.
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 But I feel like I've seen Requiem for a Dream.
Maybe you're right.
I'll watch the trailer later and see if I remember it. Because that's gonna piss me off. And if I don't remember, I'm gonna watch it later.
That sounds good.
It says you can watch it free on IMDb.
Do they have ads on that when you watch it on IMDb?
I don't know. I've never watched it. I've never watched it on here.
You've never watched a movie on IMDb?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I've never watched anything on there. I've never watched anything on Roku. I know Roku's got stuff too. And I guess they're gonna have the Weird Al docu movie or whatever.
Huh.
Did you hear about that?
No, I didn't. Is that like an actual movie or is it just like a documentary movie?
It's gonna be a movie.
Okay.
So, and
Like the Nicolas Cage movie that's coming out. It's where it's like a movie about him, but it's not real.
oh no, I want to see that though. That sounds great. No, this is
You didn't know
supposed
about
to-
that?
No.
Dude.
I know that there was a movie
It
that
looks fucking funny.
there's a movie where he plays himself.
Yeah.
Is that
So,
the one you're talking about?
Yeah, he's playing himself, but like I thought it was like a documentary at first, but then I saw the trailer and it's obviously not. But it looks fucking funny. Like he's playing himself. It looks over exaggerated, like from himself. Like I doubt that's how he really is. Yeah. And then shit looks like it's going down. So it's just like if you haven't seen the trailer, you should watch the trailer.
Okay. Well, I have seen the trailer for that one.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. Like some guy hires him to like hang out with him.
It's the guy that plays the Mandalorian on the new story, one of the newer Star Wars shows. Fuck, what's his name? Pedro Pascal.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah, I know who you're talking. I think.
Okay, cool.
I think I know who you're talking about.
He's in some good movies too.
Yeah.
But so I guess he's like a drug lord or something like that, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that looks funny. But what was the Weird Al movie?
Yeah, the Weird Al movie. You know who's playing Weird Al? You'll never guess. It's Daniel Radcliffe.
No fucking way.
Yeah, Harry Potter is gonna be Weird Al Yankovic.
What the hell? We get Edward from Twilight as Batman, and then Harry Potter as Weird Al.
Yeah. It's a weird world we live in.
Yeah, that's funny. I'll watch that one though. Did you ever see Akimbo? I want to watch that. I don't even know if it ever came out. Yeah. It's Harry Potter, Daniel Radcliffe. I don't know who he's playing or what his character is, but he gets like kidnapped and then like the people put attach pistols on his hands.
Yeah, that came out already. That's been out for a long time.
Oh, has it? Okay.
I never watched it. Yeah, I never.
No, it came out during like at the start of COVID, I think. So it's just like I forgot completely about it, and I thought they pushed it off.
Well, I know the image. The image was a meme for a while.
Oh yeah, no, it was like I love these wads or something like that.
Yeah,
that's fucking great.
I didn't watch the Harry Potter movies. I think I might have, but I don't remember them.
I watched the first and the last one.
Oh, okay.
No, my family didn't like them. They're Christians. I did air quotes for no one, by the way. Mm-hmm. But they're Christians in the sense that they don't like witchcraft and witchery and shit like that. Stuff that goes against God.
Yeah.
And I mean, I respect that. I never cared. So I was just like, I'm not gonna watch it anyways. I don't care. But I watched one time the first one when it was on like ABC when I was younger, and then when the last one came out, my friend dragged me to see it, and it was okay. It wasn't like fucking great. Like I guess if I watched every movie when they were coming out, like I'd be hyped for the last one, but it was all right.
Yeah, I didn't. I was too old for it.
I plan on watching them soon.
Yeah,
but I'm not like dying to, you know.
I do think it's funny though how Christians will like, they'll be like, no, I'm not gonna watch that Harry Potter. It's witchcraft.
Yeah,
but they're totally fine with watching a bunch of little people roaming through the woods with a magic ring that turns somebody invisible and evil Like that's not witchcraft. Like,
Yeah.
like Lord of the
No,
Rings.
well, I was
Oh
gonna
no, it's an
say,
allegory for God and
well,
Christianity. It's like no.
I don't know if it's just my family, but a lot like or a lot of them, but like my family watches fucking Housewives, dude. It's just like, isn't that something different? Like, what are you guys doing?
Oh
I
yeah.
don't know. So, because you know, like that's like, because isn't marriage supposed to be like holy matrimony between two people in the eyes of God or something like that?
I don't
And
know.
then you're watching one guy marry like seven women.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Sister wives.
Yeah. So I'm just like, dude, like whatever. I'm gonna go watch witchcrafts now.
Yeah. I don't know. It's
Um,
always weird what
yeah,
they
no,
think, what they say.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Um,
I was gonna tell you though,
uh,
have okay, so like I was thinking about Daniel Radcliffe. Have
yeah,
you ever seen Swiss Army Man?
I've heard of it,
Okay,
but no, I haven't.
it's a weird movie.
Uh,
You've got to watch it. I'm not going to tell you anything about it. You've got to watch it. Try to watch. Don't watch it high because if you do, you might be confused and it might fuck with your head. I don't know, but I mean, it's not like a trippy movie at all. But
is he literally like a Swiss Army knife, but a person?
yeah,
Okay, that's what I
yeah,
thought. Because I swear I've seen a video, but I'll try to watch it soon. Sounds
yeah.
funny.
Watch that.
All right.
Okay, so I think we should go ahead and move on to the topic of the day.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're talking a lot about movies. I like it, but
Yeah, I know. Well, I think it's funny how in the first episode we talked games or we talked movies and video games. The second one we talked movies and video games. I mean, that's what our life is, anyways. I
yeah,
guess I mean, you've got your little pass to your movie theater, whatever, and you stream video games. So I mean,
yeah,
that's what life
yeah,
is.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, work is boring,
I got
so
multi pass.
yeah, multi-pass. Yeah, I hated that movie. Anyways,
You son of a, what the fuck?
yeah, I didn't like Fifth Element. Let's not talk about that. We could talk about that another time.
Damn it.
I just don't like Mila Jovovich. I don't like her. I don't
Yeah,
like her
that's
face.
fine. It's okay. It's not against the movie. It's just her. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, and then Chris Tucker was annoying as fuck.
I
Okay, all right,
I'll give you that one too.
all right, I'm done. I'm done. I like Bruce Willis though. I like
Okay,
Bruce
cool,
Willis.
cool.
Yeah, and
So,
then
you say
yeah,
anything about Bruce? Up?
yeah. No, Bruce is good. Bruce is fine. Um, well, yeah, so we're going to talk about our topic, and I know that we used to do the countdown, and we used to try to come up with something random, and I don't think that that's a great idea. I think that we should just go ahead and do the topic that we both agreed upon, and that is technology. And I think that because you're 29 and I am 43, and there's like this big gap. I remember being a kid in the 80s and kind of growing up through that time and in the 90s and all the technology that's happened. I think that it would be interesting to kind of show you technology and get your opinion of the stuff that I remember when I was a kid and kind of see what the millennials, because I think you're a millennial, right?
Yeah.
I don't know that
Oh,
I don't know where it falls in, but
millennials is like 80 something to 99 or something like that.
is it?
Yeah.
Fuck
I
if I
got
know.
I got in a big fight with my friends because I have some friends that are just like 10 years older than me, so they're talking shit one day. And I pulled it up and it said like 84. And I was like, you guys are right on there, bitch. Fuck you.
Yeah. I get mad. My stepdaughter will call me a boomer. I'm like, you don't even know what a fucking boomer is.
Yeah.
But it pisses me off, and then it makes me sound like a boomer.
Yeah.
So I'm like, God damn it. She's got me. She got me. I'm like, my parents are boomers, baby boomers, born during the baby boom. I'm not a fucking baby boomer. And then I'm like, get off my fucking lawn, you know. I'm so old. I've always been so old. Like even when I was a kid, I'm like, I fucking hate teenagers. I hate kids. Like I can't wait till I'm an adult. Sitting there listening to Rush Limbaugh when I was like in elementary school. I was like, oh, that's interesting. He was on the sports radio show that I listened to. So I was too lazy to get up and turn the channel. So he would come on after they were talking baseball, and then I'm like, okay, I guess I'm listening to Rush Limbaugh now. So as I was playing my Sega Genesis. So yeah. But anyways, we're gonna talk technology, right?
Technology.
Technology. All right. And it has come a long way and changed a lot since I was born. I was born in 79, and it's just it's been crazy how far we've come. And I think let's go ahead and look at some things that came out here in back in the day. Like I remember probably my favorite gift that I got when I was a kid was a Sony Walkman. And it's funny to think how now, you can just pick a song and listen to it at random. But back then you had the tape, and you pop in the tape, and then the batteries would die eventually. And then when the batteries die, like that, you're like, damn it. And then to get the batteries out, you'd have to take the fucking tape out, and then you'd have to like pull the little tab on the inside. And it's like, why didn't they put the batteries on the outside? Stupid. That was probably just the one that I had. But the Walkman that I had was waterproof. So
Nice.
yeah, so I was a little kid, and I had this waterproof Walkman, and I used the first tape that I got was La Bamba, the soundtrack to La Bamba. I don't know if you've ever seen that movie, but the soundtrack was awesome. It was a great soundtrack.
Okay.
And I used to sit in the bathtub taking a bath, listening to my Walkman because it was waterproof. I'm like, fuck yeah. So this tubby little kid sitting in the bathtub going la 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 bamba, la 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 bamba. So yeah, it was great, man. I mean, and nowadays all of our phones are finally waterproof, so we could do the same thing.
You can just
Now
go ahead and press on Obama whenever you want, man.
that's what I do. I'm in the shower, still la 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 bamba. So yeah. But did you ever have a Walkman, or did you ever, let me ask you this, did you ever come across some old kind of technology that your dad had and be like, what the fuck is this?
The main thing was probably a big ass like camcorder thing, or
Yeah.
the box that you would put those tapes in to rewind it.
Oh, a rewinder.
Yeah.
Yeah, those were fancy, man.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
It, or maybe it recorded too, because I remember it looked like it had a speaker from what I remember.
really.
So maybe it recorded or played it. I don't know. It was a box. You could put the tape in, and it had the buttons on like the sides of the tape, and then it had on behind it was like the lines that's what I'm saying. It looked like a speaker to me. But
Huh.
they never throw anything away. If I go find it, I'll show you it sometime.
It almost sounds like it could have been um some sort of editing device, or maybe it was a VHS player. Are you sure it wasn't a VHS player?
No, because it was just for tape. It wasn't like you didn't plug it into.
Okay. You sure it wasn't like an answering machine?
No. Hang on, I'm looking. Let me see if I find something that looks like it. Oh, dead on this thing.
All right. Let me see.
So the buttons aren't on the side like I thought, but it was like this.
Okay, that right there,
But
that's not
instead of the holes, there were lines.
okay.
But what was it?
That right there is actually just a tape recorder. That's not a
Oh, okay.
VHS tape recorder. That's a cassette recorder.
Okay, that's what I thought I was talking about. Not
Yeah.
the. I didn't mean the camcorder one.
Okay.
I
All
meant
right.
the
I
one
thought
for
you
the Walkman. I'm sorry.
gotcha. Okay. For a cassette tape. Yeah. I
And then,
thought that you were talking a VHS, yeah. And that one, yes, you could record your, memos and all that other stuff on there. I think my parents had something like that as well. And then we did have one of those big giant VHS camcorders,
mhm.
and they were cool, man. I mean, It's not like the phone now, that's for sure. But yeah, it was cool. Another thing too that came out, which is weird to think of now, is I mean, they had cell phones. I remember they had car
There's
phones.
fucking bricks. Yeah, car
Yeah.
phones too.
Yeah. Well, the cell phone, do you remember? Did you ever see Saved by the Bell?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm sure it's a meme too, but that brick phone that Zach would always have, like that was the cell phones, but those things were so expensive, and the service was terrible. So but as I was saying, with the cell phones and car phones, I remember one time my aunt had gotten us a limo to go from the airport to Disneyland. It was this big trip. It was so fun and fancy, whatever. But I remember the limo had a car phone. And I was like, what is this? And this is in the 80s, like I would say late 80s. And it was crazy. And we had a TV in there, and we had a refrigerator in there. And but they had that little boomerang. I'm sure, like, if you see old pictures of limos, you would see this little like boomerang antenna on the back. And then that's the antenna, I think, for the cell phone or for the TV. But
Okay.
yeah, but cordless phones were a huge deal. They used to have you ever seen a rotary phone?
Yeah, where you had to spin it.
Yeah. My grandmother had one of those, and it would take forever to dial the number. And if you screwed up, you had to start all over again.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we had to use a phone book. Times have changed. You were limited to your distance with the phone, because you had the cord, and then once they had the cordless phone, you're like, yeah, nice. You could go anywhere you wanted to go.
Yeah.
And then you used to remember people's phone numbers, and and or you'd have your own little like index. This is so you could end up, you'd have all the phone numbers of all your friends and all your family members. And I mean, they do that now with all your contact lists, but it's then they had answering machines. The answering machines actually used to run on cassette tapes, and God, I just feel so old, like looking at all this shit,
Yeah.
and thinking you have no idea what I'm talking about.
No, I know what you're talking about.
Here, let me show you.
I've seen Family Matters.
Family Matters
and Fresh Prince. I don't know. I forgot what which one's the one with Urkel.
That was Family Matters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I remember. I remember floppy
disks.
I was gonna say floppy dicks for a joke because it's I forget where it's from, but
floppy dicks.
Yeah,
you forget where floppy dicks are from.
No, there's a show where someone's like, fuck, I forgot what. God damn it, it's a stupid reference now. It was at the start.
Now you just have floppy dicks on your mind.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
No, but I remember floppy disks.
Yeah.
Pagers, funny.
Pagers, yeah. They still use pagers in hospitals.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the reason
I have a few friends that are nurses.
Okay. Did you ever ask them why they're using pagers?
No, I didn't really.
I worked in a hospital for a short.
They're annoying.
They're what?
They're annoying. But but go on. You work in a hospital?
I worked in the kitchen for like a few months, and I asked them, I'm like, why do you guys still use pagers? Like, who the hell uses pagers? But the reason why is because the cell signal inside the hospital is terrible. Yeah, so they use pagers because they can still get the pager.
That makes sense.
But we got Polaroid cameras. They're kind of like a fad now, but they're still around, the Polaroid cameras.
Yeah. No, yeah, I forgot. No, I went to my friend's baby shower the other week. Oh, there's that cell phone.
Yeah.
And they busted out the Polaroid. Going back to the nurses,
Mhm.
well, people that work in a hospital. I have a friend that works in the kitchen actually at a hospital, and he's all right.
Oh, okay, he's all right. Okay.
The
Yeah.
other ones,
But
they're whatever.
now I wanted to talk about this right here, the Casio calculator watch. Did you see that?
Yeah, those are back too.
Are they back?
Yeah, I've seen a few.
Yeah, those things were a big deal. Like if you had a calculator watch, like you were the shit. I
Yeah.
remember there was this one kid in my class and he didn't have a Casio, but he had a calculator watch and we thought he was the coolest fucking dude in the world. You know, it's like, what?
Motherfucker slays the
Yeah,
fuck.
yeah. It was just so funny, like the little things that we thought were cool when we
Yeah.
were kids. I used to like here's the Game Boy, right?
Yeah.
We never had enough money for a Game Boy. In fact, I didn't buy my first Game Boy until it was the Game Boy Pocket. I bought it on my own, and all I bought was Tetris and King Griffey Jr. Baseball. And I bought that in 98. So, I bought it with my own money. My
Yeah.
parents, all we could afford was the Tiger toys. Do you remember any of those? Because they were still a thing when,
No.
okay, I'm going to show you the Tiger handhelds.
Oh no, you know what? Yeah, I do know. I just seen one for yeah, power I've seen one for Power Rangers like that just recently. It's alright
Okay.
too. I almost bought it too. It was like Power Rangers, fuck yeah. But nah.
Yeah, no, they sucked.
Yeah. No,
But
but I do remember those actually from my childhood too.
okay, yeah,
I,
because
I
they
don't
were around.
remember which ones I had. Probably like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or something.
Yeah. But they had this one right here, the Bo Jackson baseball, Bo Jackson football. It was two games in one, and I played the shit out of that. It
That's
was,
cool.
yeah, that
Wait,
was
so
my
can
favorite one.
can someone play at the same time with you, or you have to take like you just have to play by yourself?
I I usually played with myself. Nah, I played by myself. Yeah, I didn't have friends. Um, um, yeah, no, it was. I think it was just one person at a time. I mean, that's how crazy. Like now, I got a fucking NES on my phone. I've got a Super NES on my phone. I could play PlayStation 2 on my phone. It's just it is crazy to me how far we've come. I mean, it's just like when we were talking about video games the other day, and we were talking about the Atari
Mhm.
and how it was just they were just little squares on a screen,
Yeah.
and now we've got people that look real. And um I mean, like, have you seen Horizon, the new one,
No.
the Horizon Zero Dawn?
Yeah, I've heard of it. I haven't seen any of it yet. I've
It
been
came.
thinking about playing the first one and then playing that one,
I
but
know we're talking about games again, but you got to play that one. I could. I'll
that's fine.
tell you more about it later.
That
But
that's actually fine, mainly because that's a tech game. I've I've
yeah,
I've watched the a video on the first one. It sounds crazy. That's why I was like thinking about it.
the thing
Where
that
where like the people that were like advanced like created like animals with machines and whatnot.
yeah,
Is that what they were doing? I
basically,
don't know. I don't want to chop it up if you want to talk about it
yeah. Okay, so yeah, I mean,
or just go on. So I mean, like I said, it falls into tech. Like I'm
it
good with it.
does. It does really. The story does fall into tech, and I think that it's an amazing story and very interesting to think about what could possibly happen to our technology if people go away and then come back all of a sudden. And that's kind of what happens. What happens is the this company is making these advanced animals, and I can't remember what happens. There's some sort of nuclear war type deal. So the humans go ahead and they freeze themselves, uh, cryogenically frozen, and they set it up to be released after the fallout from all of these explosions are done.
Mhm.
So, thousands of years in the future. Well, the systems fail, and they don't know if they can go back out. Some of these kids end up coming out of the freeze. I'm over explaining things, but these kids start to learn stuff from the computer, and they start to develop a religion, and they start developing new gods based on these different computers, and then they eventually go ahead and make their way out of the base, or whatever you want to call it, the fortress that they're in, and they go back into the earth. And well, now these artificial animals that are, robots, but they eat, so they get their fuel, and they have intelligence. They've been roaming wild, and then these humans are now trying to survive with these animals. So it's a really interesting game. It deals with a lot of like these new religions that are built up based on technology, and it makes you think about what would, if humanity fell off, and like how I said the other day, if we ended up having a Black Plague 2, and it wiped out most of humanity and knocked us back into the dark ages, but the technology would still exist. Some of the technology would still exist, at least in books or notes and things like that. When somebody comes across it, they would think that these certain technologies would be gods, because it'd be something that they don't understand. And I find that really fascinating. It's a really interesting story, and I think that was what I liked the most about that game. The idea of what happens when a primitive culture comes across an ancient advanced culture, and how would they explain those things. Especially for myself, like growing up in a Christian house, we have our God and we have our belief systems and things like that. And it made me think about going back to those stories, and what if these stories that are in the Bible, and I'm not to mean to get like religious and everything, but what if these stories in the Bible were just people that were not advanced, trying to explain things that were far advanced for their time, like ancient civilizations that already knew electricity or whatever. And I know a lot of people think that might be a far-fetched idea, but we don't know anything about the past. None of us were there. So
well, we still barely know what like the pyramids are for.
Yeah, exactly.
So I mean, there's stuff like that. Like, so
Yeah.
No, I mean that's not too far-fetched. I mean, for me, but we're kind of conspiracy theorist nuts too. But
yeah, a little bit. I'm me more so than you, but yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. But what I would like to talk about right now.
Oh my God.
What?
Let's see it.
Yeah.
You having fun there?
Yeah, I am.
You've got mail.
Yeah, exactly. The internet and AOL and just how crazy the internet has changed in my lifetime and yours too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Dial up, that was the sound of dial up. I'm sure that some people have heard it as a meme or a joke or whatever, but that is exactly what it sounded like. Every single time we had to connect to AOL, that was the sound it made. And it would take forever. So you would get it started, go get a drink, and then come back, and then you'd finally be hooked up. Back then, it's funny to think now, but you had to pay per hour.
Really?
You used to get so many hours a month.
Dang.
Yeah, so you're
Like
paying $30.
Like phone plans? Used to be.
Yeah, like
'Cause they
you
were
were,
like that for a while. If you like, you had to buy so many minutes,
yeah,
and then if you didn't use them, they'd roll over to you next month or whatever.
yeah, yeah. These didn't roll over,
Damn, that sucks.
but you were gonna use them all. I mean,
Yeah.
because the reason why is because if you wanted to download a sound clip or whatever, it took up so much time. So, I remember one time I was trying to download a movie clip of uh the Monty Python and the Holy Grail, just a
Uh,
short little 10-second clip of him fighting the Black Knight. I'm sure you've never seen the movie.
don't remember it, but I've seen it.
Okay. Well, he's fighting the
But
Black
it's the
Knight.
one where he's like, it's just a flesh wound.
Yes. And
Yeah.
that was the clip that I was trying to download. And I kid you not, it took 4 hours.
Yeah.
And it was about the size. I mean, it was about the size of I mean, the size of the actual image or the movie was probably like 2 inches wide by 2 inches tall. It was such a small little
Box.
yeah, small little box, and that was it. And it took like 4 or 5 hours just to do that. I'm sure my parents were pissed off, but like, you took up all of our time. But I mean, all you did
Worth
on
it.
yeah, it was worth it. It was totally worth it. But you ended up, I mean, we had AOL Instant Messenger and you were talking to people. And, the thing about AOL is it wasn't the internet. It was like a portal to the internet, but I remember thinking this is the internet. And then people having web addresses, and I'm thinking, how do you get to this? Like, what do you do? I'm like, I thought all you did on AOL was just go to like chat rooms and play Bejeweled kind of games and things like that. So um it's come a long way, that's for sure. I mean, now it's like the internet. You've got all these things at your fingertips. And I think there's too much information, really, because I feel like we get so much fake info. You can't trust
Yeah.
anything. I mean, I'm on Wikipedia right now, and then people will tell you that that's not accurate because people can change it.
Yeah, but there's a lot of people watching the changes too.
Yeah,
And then the only reason people think that it's not accurate is because their freaking college professors don't want them using it.
that's true.
It's and even if it's not accurate, the things that you find, if you want to go into it more, usually
Mhm.
has a link at the bottom that when you the little number, if you hit that number like by broadband, in one of the sentences, just a little above, you passed it. But anyways,
Well,
the little numbers and the brackets,
oh yeah, those, yeah.
um, you could just click those, and it will take you to the link at the bottom, and they'll take you to the article that it's from or research that it's from. I mean, it's not the worst thing to use.
No, no.
So it's absolutely ridiculous when someone says that to me.
Do you remember the first thing that you did on the internet, or like, do you remember the internet early on for you, what it was
Um,
like?
I mainly remember going to, it was Cartoon Network, and they had video games on their website.
Oh, okay.
Some games. Don't remember what year. Probably like 97 or 8.
97.
Yeah, probably. Because that's when I was 4 or 5.
I remember doing dial up, and it was connected to the phone line, and you only had one phone line in the house. So
Mhm.
if somebody ended up calling, they would kick you off, or somebody needed to use the phone, it would kick you off. Eventually we got two lines, but at first I just had one line. And I had this old game, and it had multiplayer, right? You could connect over a modem with your friend and play. And it was an old LucasArts game. It was a Western. And I remember my friend, I gave him the disc so he could go ahead and play. And so me and him spent about 2 or 3 hours trying to figure out how to connect on on this. Now we don't have cell phones. We we're trying to connect online on our only phone line that we have. So if it didn't connect, we had to go ahead and disconnect our game and then go back and call and be like, it didn't work. What do we do next? And then we're like, let's try this. And then we would go ahead and hang up, then try to reconnect. And about 2 hours later, we finally figured it out. And we had a blast playing a game over the internet against each other. And it was a lot of fun. It's just funny now that all I got to do is just pop open the game and then I'm instantly connected to hundreds of people. I mean, you do it with your streaming,
Yeah.
and then the idea that you can stream your games, anybody can watch you. I mean, before, the only time anybody could watch me is if my dad ended up coming in and going, what are you doing? Like,
Yeah.
that was it, so yeah, I mean, everything's come so far. And I'll tell you another thing too. Back in the day on dial-up, everything was slow, and looking up porn was a chore, man. It was a chore. It was you're like typing in, and the thing was is you'd have to do it in message boards kind of places, right? Like the BBS, the bulletin board systems, you'd have to go on there, and then you go into these little rooms where these people have these images, and they will go ahead and send you a file, and you send them a file, and back and forth. You're like, okay, let's get it out of my homework file and put it over here, like that. And
Tax
and then
file.
yeah. But you'd pull up the picture, and it would slowly start coming in, and you're like, oh yeah, okay then. Yeah, oh, she's got beautiful eyes. Yeah, and it keeps going down. Oh man, she's pretty hot. And then either the image would get corrupted and then you wouldn't see anything else, or it'd keep going slowly, and about a minute later, 3 minutes later, 4 minutes later, it's finally done. And this lady that you've been, eyeballing turns out to be a dude. And, and you're like, I'm really disappointed in this transaction. Or she's taking a shit on, and you're like, this is not what I signed up for. This isn't in the description. I didn't ask for this chick to shit on a bicycle. I'm like, who's into this? It's like, why?
I like bikers.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, but it was, the internet has changed, man. Now you get movies like at the drop of a hat. Yeah, yeah. It's like, so when you were looking for anything, whether it be a song, a game, or porn, it was like a treasure hunt. Yeah, it really was a task to find that one thing that you wanted.
Yeah.
And nowadays, everything just comes to you so easily, and the kids don't understand like how easy they got it. I know that I sound old.
No.
And I know that like my parents are like, well, we used to have to go to a library to get information. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but yeah, that was way back in the day. Gaming has come a long ways.
Oh yeah.
The dark net is out there where you can buy hookers and blow and with your Bitcoin, and you can hire somebody to murder someone. It's crazy. NFTs. Again, with the NFTs, I don't understand like why. I don't understand.
There's an ad on the page that you just passed.
Oh yeah, I forgot I was still screen sharing. Yeah.
You just look at porn while we're doing this.
Yeah. I'm like, see how easy it is?
And then I don't say anything. No.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
It's like you're like, oh,
no, you're just like, yo, you know what? I'm gonna prove a point. And then you're just looking it up and you forgot your screen sharing.
I'm all like purchasing penis enlargement pills. And you're like, those don't work. Like, what? Those don't work, man. Well, okay. All right. No, but
You want to go with this one?
yeah, you want to go with that one. No, but it's just we've gotten so used to a lot of things. Like we're used to iTunes and Spotify, and we're used to Google and Amazon, and it's like all these things have been it's funny to me because I know that when you were first on the internet, like those things didn't exist, but now they've come up. But like kids like my kids, that's all they know. All they know is Google. All they know is Amazon. All they know is iTunes and Spotify. And I remember search engines before Google, and I held on for a long time. Like I was using Alta Vista and I was using Yahoo
until like what, 2016?
Until it like shut down. I mean,
oh really?
Yeah, like I was using Alta Vista for probably until like 03, 04, something like that. I don't know, somewhere around then. And Yahoo, I still have my fucking Yahoo email.
Yeah,
I still have that, the one that I had in high school back in 96.
dang.
90. I think I made it in like 94, something like that. So 94, 95. And I still have the same email address. That's why I've got 50,000 unread emails, because it's all full of stupid shit from
me too.
From the last century. So but I mean, I hold on to that stuff. It's like, I get used to it. And that's the other thing. Like for you, I think it's been easy for you. Like you do streaming. I don't like to do multiplayer games. I'm used to playing games alone.
You could
By myself.
I was gonna say, if you ever wanted to stream, you could stream like, because like I didn't get, obviously I'm not big, but I got my affiliate and I got like a bunch of my followers when I played God of War and Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
That's why I'm gonna restart Dying Light soon
Mm-hmm.
for a stream.
Yeah.
And start playing it on there. Because they come in for the solo stuff and they talk to me. When I'm playing with my friends, like it's just me and them like talking shit. Like, other people would jump in and say hi.
Mm-hmm.
But they probably get annoyed with the fact that me and my friends are just like loud and obnoxious, because I just vibe with my friends,
Yeah.
So like that's what we're doing.
See, you know how to do all those things. Like I'm still learning. I don't even know how to use Facebook, and that shit's old. I miss MySpace.
I hate
I miss MySpace. It's hard for me to like move on, and I start feeling like my dad. Like I remember when I was younger, watching my dad playing Atari and playing Atari with him. And then as time went on, games started to become 3D, and you're moving. I remember the first time I saw a Nintendo 64, me and my friends, we ditched school. We drove down to Toys R Us because we heard that Toys R Us was getting a demo version of the Nintendo 64. And we went down there and we started playing it. So it's like 5 dorky high school guys, like all sitting there in front of this Nintendo 64 playing Mario. And I'm like, oh my God, he walks. Dude, he walks. Because it was always just like, it was the first system that had an analog controller. So he can walk or he can run. And it was a big deal. But my dad never figured out how to play any of those games.
Yeah.
Everything got too far advanced for him. And that's how I feel playing. You talk about Apex Legends and you talk about Halo, and it's like I'm not twitchy like that anymore.
Yeah. I'll have to send you my stuff that way tonight. If I stream, I'll let you know.
Okay, well, I can try to hop on there. You're on Twitch or?
Yeah, Twitch.
Okay, all right then. Yeah. What is just if there's anybody listening to this, what is your Twitch handle, anyways?
Oh, that's Twitch .tv / the underscore Maxilorian. So it's the and then the little line
Yeah.
Maxilorian.
Gotcha. Okay.
Mexican plus Mandalorian.
Gotcha. Yeah. You're only one of those things, right?
I mean, yeah.
Let's not tell them which one you are. So then that way people can guess. Like, oh, is he Mexican or is he a Mandalorian? I don't know.
I don't think he's Mexican. Those don't exist.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Wait, I mean, man, wait.
Dude, yeah. No, yeah, it's just all this stuff's passed me by. So I feel like it's difficult. Like even doing the podcast, like trying to figure out how to edit things and what using Zoom and things like that. Like I feel so fucking old. and I'm having to do YouTube searches and I feel like my dad and it's just the worst. Such a bad feeling. It's a bad feeling when you start feeling like your dad. Did your speaking of dads, did he ever introduce you into certain kinds of technology?
No, not really.
Because my dad got
think
me
that-
into gaming. My dad got me into gaming. So, and I know you said that your dad had like an old VHS, camcorder. Like, were
Yeah.
there ever any things that he kind of like showed you what to use and what to do and things like that?
Gaming wise, no.
No, just anything in general.
Anything else besides computers? Because he did build computers.
Oh, okay.
But ever since he left that job for the one that he's worked since, he's always been working on like because he's like a designer.
Mhm.
So he's always on the computer. He's not doing it anymore. So
Yeah.
he never had the time to show me that until like me and him built my PC last year together.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm not savvy like that. So he pretty much told me what to do while I did it.
So he helped you with your PC that you have now.
Yeah.
Oh,
But that
that's
wasn't
cool.
like when I was younger. That was recently, yeah.
Yeah.
I need to upgrade soon though. I already know it.
And that's the thing. Got to keep upgrading. It's
Mhm.
just a never-ending battle.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when I got this computer for the family, I tried to get you don't need it for anything. Nothing, it's just good to have a computer at the house. But I got it with enough specs for us to not have to get a new computer for years.
Mhm.
We're not doing any gaming on it. We're not doing anything, intense. So it's not necessary to get anything that's too outlandish. So, but it's just hard to keep up with technology.
Yeah.
Now we've got electric cars, and we've got cars that are driving themselves. Still waiting for the flying cars.
I
But
know, right?
yeah.
That's what I was gonna say. Like the next thing that I want to talk about is stuff that we're either waiting on or that we want.
Oh yeah.
Flying cars is one of them, and the Jetsons has always put that want, because it's so fucking cool. It's fucking flying around, and fucking avoiding traffic and shit. Like,
Yeah,
fuck
but
traffic.
a flying car is only cool if you're the only one with a flying car.
Yeah,
If everybody has a flying
yeah.
car. Now the traffic is in, is in the
But
air.
then that's when you're like, fuck it, everyone's in the air. I'm gonna bust out the old fucking regular car. Fuck them.
Yeah. But okay, so the other thing too about a flying car is, okay, so let's say you got a piece of shit flying car. You got a piece of shit like car on the ground and it stalls out and you have to pull over to the side of the road. That's one thing. But when you got a piece of shit flying car and it stalls out and you're hundreds of feet up in the air, you're not pulling over to the side of the air, you're dropping.
That's why the piece of shit ones come with a free parachute.
Oh God. Yeah.
Just one.
And as you're like drifting down to earth, you get sideswiped by some jackass who's not paying attention because
Drunken fly.
he's on his cell phone as he's flying.
Drinking
Yeah,
and fly.
no.
Yeah.
No, flying cars are a cool idea, but I just don't.
Jetpacks.
Yeah, I don't think they're practical. Jetpacks, either man, your ass is gonna be on fire. Yeah, I mean jetpacks are cool, and I think if they could figure out a way to do that, that would be cool too. But say again, like if you stall out in your jetpack, you're fucked. Like in a plane,
Run out of gas.
yeah, in a plane, at least it has wings, right? So you can glide to a destination. You can attempt to land if the plane stalls out.
Yeah.
But you know,
Emergency wings. See, you just figured it out.
emergency wings. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll
For
work.
jetpacks and cars.
Sure.
Cars.
Every
I mean,
jetpack comes with a wing.
the Jetson flying cars had the little ring around it.
Uh-huh.
I'm sure that would have had something to do
Yeah.
with, like safety.
Well, what's some other technology? All right.
Right, so when we came up with the thought of tech, the only thing that came to my mind is you've seen Star Wars, right?
Yeah.
And no, not lightsabers
Okay, good.
or laser guns.
Okay.
No, yeah, those would be cool. I want them. But have you seen Revenge of the Sith, the third one of the newer?
I'm sure I have.
Trilogy. Yeah. Okay, you know when all the clones are pulling out their fucking futuristic cell phones and Palpatine pops up and he's like, execute Order 66. I want those motherfucking things. I want a phone that it's not a phone anymore. It's just a fucking circle that when people call, I just press a button and it's a hologram. Like I don't want a phone anymore. I want a hologram.
You want a hologram?
Yeah, I'm done with it. I don't wanna look at someone on the screen. I just want them like in the palm, so that way when they do piss me off, I could slap them and it's just a hologram, but they know it. And then I also want to be able to call my friends and tell them execute Order 66 whenever I fucking want.
That's what you want. You just want to live that out.
Yeah.
One thing that I think would be cool for cell phones is if they made an organic screen and somehow like grafted it to your arm, so basically like it would be like your skin, and then you can go ahead and you turn on the phone or by.
Why don't you just get an Apple Watch?
I know, but it's like an Apple Watch, but now it's like integrated into your body, right? So now instead of you having something on you like a bulky item, you just like tap your arm, your wrist,
in you.
You have it in you. Yeah. So I'm not really for like becoming a robot, but I think that's a type of thing that that would be interesting.
I don't know. Like I like because something I saw a while back was like this bracelet that when you look at it or like flip your wrist or whatever, it projects your phone onto your.
I saw that. That's bullshit.
But it's bullshit.
Yeah.
It's bullshit.
Yeah.
But I like that idea, and I'd like for that over putting something in my body or on my. I mean, I guess if you could take it off, that's better.
Yeah.
Because you said like make the phone skin or like the synthetic skin or whatever.
Yeah.
The case of the phone. So then you could just like attach it to your skin or something, and you could take it off. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, something like that.
That's better.
Yeah, it would
when you said that, I felt like it was gonna be like you put it on there and it just fucking sinks into your skin. That's what I felt like you were getting at.
Yeah.
And I was just I don't like that.
I was kind of thinking like that along that line, where it's a part of you. But I also think that that's probably not going to happen.
No.
It wouldn't, I don't know. I'm sure people want to turn into robots anyway.
Oh yeah, some people do, some people don't. Skin's God. It's technology is their God. I don't.
Yeah,
that's not my point. My point was I didn't like the feeling of it like going into me, like like the phone. I just put my phone on my hand and it sinks into my body. Like that sounded weird. It felt weird when I thought about it.
I think somebody. Well, I mean, you just push your ear and then that's how you answer your phone. Like, I think somebody did something like that. I don't remember.
That'd be cool. Yeah. No, I mean, if it
when you get a fax,
that'd be cool.
When you get a fax,
it's
you
like
fart. Like, I'm getting a fax. shitting out, shitting out. Oh, God, okay, all right,
There you go.
yeah.
Oh, it's for you, and then you just hand it to someone.
Yeah, they're like, oh.
That'd be great.
Yeah,
No, yeah, if it like I don't know, because then yeah, like kind of turns your whole body into a robot at that point.
yeah. I don't know. I think that we're kind of, I think that we would be along that, we would move towards that line anyways.
Eventually, yeah.
I know that there's plenty of people that want to do that. I
Oh
don't
yeah.
agree with it, and I don't want to do that. I'm cool with my fat real body. It's fine. So I don't want to be a fat robot.
You know what I'm sad we didn't get?
What?
Remember the I don't know if we got them or not. Remember the Google glasses?
Yeah, they came out, but they were, yeah, it
They
was
were
just
shit.
they were just weird because they weren't real glass. Well,
Someone
I
someone
think
needs to
some of them were.
do good glasses that are like phones or like a phone or like shit like that. Or remember Futurama?
I don't know what episode you're talking about, but I've seen a few episodes of them.
So there's an episode, it's the episode where it's the meme that Fry is like, shut up and take my money.
Oh, okay.
So it's the episode where they come out with the iPhone, but it's EYE.
Uh-huh.
And it's a little thing that when you buy it, they just stick it straight in your eye. And whatever you're doing, or like whenever you want to, like you just it projects like everything on your phone. Everyone fucking sees it too. But you can also like record everything. So like everything that people are posting, like TikToks or whatever the fuck for
Yeah.
them, it's like everyday life. It's like it's recording everything.
Okay.
Yeah,
but then
shenanigans happen, and then
then
it's crazy.
You're gonna just see like these people just staring off into the like these dudes just staring off in the distance, rubbing one out. And they look like some lunatic as they're by themselves, just going, and they're rubbing one out, staring into nothing. But they're really looking at porn on their eyeball, like that guy is creepy.
Public nudity is still legal, but
yeah, I know, but it doesn't stop people. Usually when somebody's gonna rub one out in public, I want them to give me some eye contact. I don't want them to stare off into nothing. I find that creepier than if they're actually staring at me. Call me old fashioned, but I believe that the weird masturbating guy should make eye contact with me instead of staring off into space.
No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Yeah. But
respect.
Yeah. I can't think of any other like technology type stuff. I am pretty fascinated with the electric cars and things like that, and electric motorcycles. And, I don't think that they should get rid of gas.
No.
Completely. I mean, for me, I feel like there needs to be options, right? There needs to be options for everything, but I do find that stuff interesting. When I was looking for a car one time, I remember way back in the day before it was it wasn't before electric cars. Electric cars were already out, but they were talking about hydrogen fuel cells and using hydrogen. I'm like, isn't that what was in the Hindenburg, which was a blimp, and didn't that catch on fire and like explode? Like, I don't think that's a good idea. And then I was reading on, and it says one of the problems with the hydrogen fuel cells is exploding fuel tanks. I'm like, fuck that, man. I'm not gonna get that. But now they've done it, but still, I'm like, I'm okay. I don't die,
We'll see.
Yeah. I think electric with the batteries, that's fine. But yeah,
it's just if it gets to, because I've seen a few on the way to like LA on fire.
Have you really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A few Priuses, not much else. I haven't seen like a Tesla or anything do that. A few Priuses.
Well, fuck, they're probably running with no oil. Or there's some, they're like, oh, it's an electric car. It doesn't need anything. Who knows?
Maybe
Who knows
that.
what?
Yeah.
Or,
I just figured it got like hella hot because it was midsummer, so I just like,
okay,
it's fucking hot. Like,
yeah,
that should make sense. Fucking,
yeah. I'm trying to think of some other technology stuff that I wish would happen. I mean, I'm pretty happy with what we got. I did think that we would have like hologram TVs, and I did think that
I'm fine with the TVs we got. I would prefer, like I said, the hologram phone. Like, that's cool.
yeah,
The TV, that's just, I don't know, because then there's no. I mean, if like it has like the whole background, because then it's just like a projector,
yeah,
or because there's no like it's just gonna be the two people walking towards us or some shit. I don't know.
yeah,
I'm fine with TVs how they are, and then like I guess like VR is getting better. Like
yeah.
I mean, we're almost to the point where VR is what is that thing that everyone's talking about? Like
What
there's like a
the
V, huh? Or
what you talking about? A certain VR like headset, or are you talking about the Uncanny Valley? Where
what is that?
Uncanny Valley is when apparently the way our brains work is that if a computer image looks so real, it weirds us out.
Oh
So like
no,
if somebody if it looks too real, so they have to pull back a little bit.
no, it's um, maybe it's just the meme,
Oh,
but
okay.
because there's an anime that's based on like VR, so like if it's like so like you're in the game, but it feels real, but
Mhm.
you're like you could come out, but then like in the anime, like something happens to where they can't come out. Um,
Oh,
so
like a
I
Ready
thought,
Player One type thing,
yeah,
and the
yeah, but like,
metaverse.
yeah, the metaverse.
Okay.
Is that what Ready Player One is?
Yeah, essentially. Yeah.
Okay, so I think someone was saying that they were gonna make something like that. So right now a lot of people are like, well, when that comes out, it's just because the anime is called Sword Art Online.
Hmm.
So everyone's like, oh, it's just gonna be this once that comes out. And so like what I think is like, because I'm pretty sure what happens in the anime, I've never watched it, is that they get trapped in there. So like I'm thinking people are thinking that we're gonna get trapped in VR space
Yeah.
sometime,
Well, I
which would
mean,
be crazy.
it basically turns into the Matrix.
Yeah.
Like all that human beings were batteries for the AI and the computers. So, I mean that's kind of what it would be. Yeah, and then with Ready Player One, real life was so shitty that you wanted to be in a virtual world where
Which
you
is
can do
almost
whatever.
where we're at right now.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. But I'm cool with life. I like life.
I'm
So
like I was telling someone because I think one of my friends was like saying something about like having a bad year or some shit, and I was just like, I don't know, I'm having a pretty good run. Like you can do whatever you want.
yeah, I feel like no matter how bad it is, it's just a small section of your life,
Yeah.
you
No,
know.
I know which friend it was. I'm not gonna like, say anything, obviously,
Yeah.
but they were saying something pretty bad. I know they're joking,
Yeah.
but I was just like, I mean, I'm not even gonna joke right now. I'm having a good time.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, life is good because we got
Yeah,
all this technology.
yeah.
although although I sit and I watch YouTube videos on on going back,
I
you
was gonna
know.
say on how good the times were a few years ago.
Yeah. No, man, like how to homestead and
Oh,
life at what was life like with candlelight and
yeah,
no light bulbs and no, just like the only time that you could take a bath was when you went down to the creek, shit like that. It's just sometimes I guess I fantasize about that kind of thing because that's not my life,
yeah,
and I guess probably because everything seems overwhelming
mhm,
with all the technology, and I feel like I kind of romanticize what life was like before that, before, when you had to hunt for your food, when you had to go pick your food, when you had to spend hours at a time to prepare your food, and how you ended up storing your food. When now it's like you call Grubhub and you're like, yeah, I want a cheeseburger, bring it. And then you just sit there. You don't even leave your fucking couch anymore. It used to be that at least we had to get in the car to go drive to the grocery store, drive to the drive-through,
Yeah.
or get out of your car and go inside the thing. Now you don't even have to leave your couch. I mean, you could finish taking a shit that you got from eating Taco Bell and order more Taco Bell while you're on the toilet, and then wipe your ass and go pick up the more Taco Bell and then go right back to the toilet and eat it on the toilet. Like, because that's what you're doing. When you're getting Taco Bell, you might as well just eat it on the toilet.
Pretty much.
Why waste your time having to walk? But yeah, like it's just crazy to me. Like, and like I said, I just fantasize about the old timey stuff. And I think that those are skills that have died, and I feel like those are important skills to have. Like they can't die off completely, because if they do, we're fucked if things go bad.
Yeah.
Because I feel like with all this technology, we're so close to being like, we're on the edge of failing and falling apart because of our reliance on
Mhm.
all this stuff. Like I said before, I used to remember phone numbers. I don't even remember phone numbers anymore. And it's just like, we don't remember how to do things. Like trying to drive. Like, do you ever drive to a new place and not look at your phone?
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Everybody's like, okay, where am I going? You
This
use
is on a big ass map while you're driving now.
Yeah, but I mean, we both delivered pizzas,
Yeah.
and we always used our phone when we worked together. But back in the day, we used a thing called the Thomas Guide, which was this big fucking book, and you had to look up the address, the coordinates, and where you were going. And I miss that, man. Nobody knows how to read a fucking map, and nobody takes the time to figure those things out. And I just feel like these are things that we need to not let die, because if we do, then I think we're fucked if technology fails. Like, how many times have you been to a fast food place and the computers go down and it's like the whole place is on fire? It might as well be, because nobody knows what the fuck they're doing. Right? Like all these
I gotta say that's never happened to me, but the thought ran through my mind. Right? It killed me. That's funny.
It never happened to you?
See, no, that's never happened to me. No,
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it happened at work.
Yeah.
When we were at the pizza place together.
Yeah.
But like, if I go to like Chipotle or something, that's never happened.
Yeah, no.
But like at work, yeah. And that was just funny because it's just like, well, I mean, I'm not a manager, so I'm just gonna sit here until you guys tell me to leave. It's not like you guys are giving me orders.
Yeah.
Just go back there and clean, bitch. I don't care. It's not like anyone else's.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah. But I mean, I remember I would go to, like, say you go to like a department store, and then the registers aren't working, or the credit card machine isn't working. So now the only thing that they're taking is cash.
Yeah.
And
okay, I didn't think of that one.
Yeah. We can only take cash right now, or the register's not working. You hand them cash, and then they're like, how much is it? And they can't figure out how to count the change back. Like, they can't do simple math anymore.
Yeah, that's
like they're just using a calculator, and it's like, okay, the price was $19.95. I gave you a 20. You should give me 5 cents back. It's not that hard. And they just look at you like, they look at you like a deer in a headlight. Or let's say that the order is for, the price is $19.05, and you give them $20.05, and they're like, and it's like, just give me a fucking dollar back, dude. Like, why is this so hard? This is not hard. Like, it just, we're just we rely too much on technology. And I swear to God, so many times in this episode I've sounded like my dad, but I hate to say it, maybe my dad was right. But I think we gotta wrap this up here.
Yeah.
I gotta get going. But
No problem.
yeah. All right, man. Well, let's go ahead and we'll wrap this up. This is the end. So I'm gonna move on, and we will record another episode soon. And
Sir.
yeah, looking forward to that. And I will talk to you later.
Talk to you later, man.